Right now at noon, possible snow or freezing rain coming tomorrow. How you can best prepare for winter conditions at home and on the road. Plus, ice raids ramping up nationwide. While one community in Oregon is on guard while being in a sanctuary state. And later, looking to be a little chilly, possibly snowy or rainy this Valentine's Day this Friday. Local businesses are asking people to act early to make sure you have your gifts ready. Your news at noon starts right now. Thank you for joining us this noon. I am China Green. We are going straight to Rod Hill with a look at that potential snow and freezing rain coming our way. Ron?
All right, thank you, China. Good afternoon to you. And let's go straight to the watch warning map from the National Weather Service. I realize Portland's in white and the rest of the valley's in purple, but I think really just look at this from Eugene up by 5 all the way into Clark County under a winter storm watch for tomorrow night into Friday morning. This does not include the coast where there could in fact be some ice and snow at times, but overall we think rain is going to be the bigger story along the beaches itself. And there will be, although not in a storm watch, certainly snow accumulation through the period tomorrow night and Friday at times out in the Columbia River Gorge. So we're talking about snow coming in tomorrow morning into Portland, maybe as early as 8 a.m. and then the storm winding down by the noon hour on Friday. We're talking about periods of snow, also potentially periods of freezing rain. The best chance of that looks to be Thursday overnight. So obviously prepare for wintry travel and keep yourself updated if you have plans to be out and about starting tomorrow into Friday noon. Let me go back to what I just clicked past. This is Futurecast at 5:33 tomorrow morning. And it does show in blue snow into Salem. It shows snow approaching Portland in the 8:30 hour and then a snow band at 11:30 starting to lift to our north. Notice that was widespread snow. More on that coming up. Right now, a little breezy it looks like in Newport, 41 degrees is the temperature there. It's basically a clear sky day. Here's Sun River Resort. They still have a lot of snow on the ground, and it's still only in the teens over there. It's a cold day. Portland currently sitting at a temperature of 38. We're trying to get up to about 40 or maybe 41 or 42 this afternoon. We'll have more on the timeline and when we think it's going to be snow or ice coming up in my complete forecast.
Thank you, Rod. And some tips for driving in winter conditions. Make sure you have all the essentials in your car, like a blanket, snacks in case you get stuck for a bit, and tire chains. There are two types of chains that you can get, the quick fit chains and the tire sock for cars that don't have much clearance between the tires and the wheels. And we spoke with the manager of Les Schwab in Beaverton.
Just work that elastic band. Like I said, it's kind of like a fitted bed sheet around the back side of the tire. Once you kind of get it to that point, you're going to pull forward or back and just wrap that other side is going to be towards the top. Just push it to the back side and then you're good to go.
The manager suggests if you don't feel comfortable driving due to the weather conditions, then you probably shouldn't be driving. In addition to prepping your car, you may need to prep your home too as the weather moves in. The Oregon Poison Center is reminding people to not use portable generators or gas-powered heaters inside, which can cause carbon monoxide poisoning. Now, carbon monoxide, if you are not familiar, is an odorless, colorless gas. You can't see it, you can't smell it, and it is poisonous to breathe. Plus, we want to remind you these cold temperatures that there is a risk of hypothermia or frostbite. If you or someone you know is experiencing either, the best thing to do is to get that person inside. Make sure they are dry and layered up. Stay with KGW as we track the chance of snow and ice over the next few days. Look for the latest here on air and on KGW.com and on our TV streaming app, KGW Plus. 2 people and their cats are without a home this afternoon after a fire broke out in southeast Vancouver. Fire crews responded to the house fire about 7:30 this morning at Southeast 19th and 113th. Now, the fire department says they got the fire under control within less than 15 minutes. Luckily, no one was hurt. Vancouver Fire Marshal's office is investigating what happened. Detectives in Washington County say that they're looking for other potential victims after a former middle school teacher was arrested for sexual abuse of a minor. Detectives began working on this case last October after reports that 39-year-old Jesus Naranjo Gallardo had sexually abused a minor. On Monday, Customs and Border Protection arrested him in Texas trying to cross the border. During the investigation, it was revealed that he was working at Neil Armstrong Middle School in Forest Grove at the time of the potential assault.
There's certainly that possibility that other victims, juvenile victims, exist out there that just haven't come forward. It takes a tremendous amount of courage to come forward and bring this stuff up and talk about it.
The school officials say, to their knowledge, no incidents of abuse occurred in the middle school campus. He no longer works for the district.
I started hearing like a train noise behind me, and you started to see debris flying up.
Yeah, that was the moment yesterday morning when the roof at North Medford High School in Southern Oregon collapsed. Last Friday, inspectors say they found cracks in the roof that had estimated 700,000 pounds of snow piled on top of it. And around 8:30 yesterday morning, it gave way doing that. Luckily, no one was inside at the time. Engineers are now looking into whether the roof can be replaced or if the whole gym needs to be torn down. Here's a look at some national headlines for you this afternoon. The Senate has confirmed Tulsi Gabbard to be the next director of national intelligence. The 52-48 vote was largely along party lines, with nearly all Republicans voting in favor. Senator Mitch McConnell was the only Republican who joined all Democrats in voting against her. There have been concerns voiced about her nomination, citing a 2017 secret meeting with then President of Syria and comments about Russia. In exchange for an American teacher, the U.S. agreed to send convicted money launderer Alexander Vinnick back to Russia. Vinnick pleaded guilty to a charge of conspiracy to commit money laundering last year. The terms of his release require Vinnick to forfeit about $100 million in digital assets. He is expected to be transported to Russia later this week. The American teacher, Mark Vogel, was released by Russia this week after 3 years in Russian custody. In Japan, about 62 people were left stranded by an avalanche at a hotel in the mountains of Fukushima City. 40 of them have been rescued by helicopter and flown to safety. Experts reportedly conducted a survey at the avalanche site yesterday, but were not able to confirm the cause. And those are a look at your national headlines. All right, there's a good chance that the ice and snow will impact your Valentine's Day plans. So Catherine Cook spoke with local businesses who are trying to tell customers the sooner you get your shopping done, the better.
It is our busiest, probably week of the year.
At Giffords Flowers in downtown Portland, the shop is spilling over with Valentine's Day orders.
Traditionally, it would be roses, but this year it seems like everybody's really wanting like the spring mixes.
As Laura Gifford arranges them, she wishes she could rearrange the weather forecast. It's calling for snow and freezing rain on Thursday and Friday, Valentine's Day.
It's not making us happy that it's coming in, but it's not our first year. I mean, this has happened before, and so we plan for it.
Gifford hopes customers do the same. Her advice? Don't depend on day of deliveries for Friday, especially if you order late.
How can customers help you help them?
Well, regardless of the weather, always order early before we run out of stuff. But I would say this year, try to get your stuff tomorrow. Wednesday's still supposed to be a really nice day.
And every day is a nice day when there's chocolate involved.
My wife likes the really, really good stuff.
It's why Tim Miller dropped by Creo Chocolate on Northwest 23rd. And not to brag, but
It feels great to be done days early.
Tim's Valentine's treats are in the bag.
I'm aware that we're going to have a big storm Thursday, Friday, so yeah, wanted to check that too.
We don't want them to get left out, and we certainly don't want to miss them either. Have a great afternoon.
Aaron Ketzenberger with Creo says Valentine's Day is their second busiest season of the year, right after Christmas. He says they've been watching the weather forecast for weeks, hoping it would cooperate.
And so we've been doing the best we can to let all of our customers know, come in early. If you've got flexibility in your schedule, get here before Friday.
Aaron promises the chocolate will still be good. In Northwest Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
And are you looking to try some new restaurants for your date nights? Well, Restaurants Review Yelp just released their annual top 100 places to eat in 2025 in the U.S. 4 restaurants in Oregon made the list, so that includes Twisted Gyros in Hillsboro, ranked second nationally, Dos Mundos in Newburgh, the Riv in the Dalles, OC Taco in Oregon City. These restaurants are on the more affordable side. 80% of the businesses on the list are under $30 a person.